So maybe we should introduce ourselves.
Okay.
Okay. Your name?
I'm Lori. I'm from Connecticut, and I'm here at Kadampa, New York on a working retreat.
Okay. I'm Li Xing, and I'm from China originally, but I live in Florida sometimes and live in New York sometimes. And I'm here on a 2-week visit, but I'd like to apply for residence here and come back to live for real. Yay!
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I really want to. So, so maybe we could just tell people a little bit about the difference between working visit and residence, right?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you just say a little bit about how you got here, how you heard about Kadampa, what you've been doing, and your experiences.
Okay. I am from I am from Odeana Center in Glastonbury, Connecticut, and so they are sort of part of this retreat area, and they have information out in their main lobby. And so I saw it, and I said, I really want to go there, but money is very, and it was an issue. So talking to my fiance about it, and he said, well, how much does it cost? And I said, well, it can be free if I if I give my time. And so a working visit consists of weekdays 9 to 5, volunteering your time, a little bit of everything, laundry, raking, yard work, whatever odd jobs they have for you. And it's been great volunteering my time. It makes you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure. How long have you been here?
I got here on Wednesday, and I'll be here till Thursday.
Wow.
So typically a working visit would be Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
And you would work Monday through Friday and have the nights and weekends to yourself.
Yeah. Well, so who gives you what assignment to do, or you pick yourself?
Jeremy is usually in charge of the working visits, one of the residents here, and I've been working with Denise with laundry because we had the retreat this weekend, so there's been lots of laundry.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, so, and it's nice to be out on the grounds, isn't it? Because it's so beautiful here, and it's just very serene
peaceful and quiet.
Very peaceful.
Yes.
Yeah. I did a retreat at the Germany Center for the Snows Retreat.
Oh, nice.
It was like a silent thing for about 3 months. And then towards the end, everybody has a little job. My job was chopping vegetables, so we could have stuff to cook every day. And then towards the end, I had some extra time, so I was out about like raking too. And it was really pleasant because I never got to do work like that before in my life. I never had to like rake anything, So when I was sort of raking and taking care of the grounds, it felt special, like you were contributing to other beings' happiness and you're maintaining this, and then you feel like there's a sense of, I don't know if the word is ownership, but belonging, like you're belonging to that. It's part of your family, and you're looking after it for everybody that's to come, So it's a real nice sense of, just belonging.
Making the ground more beautiful for everybody to enjoy.
Yeah, and then we're taught that all the virtues we accumulate, the virtues actions we accumulate, we dedicate it for the benefit of all living beings and for their enlightenment, right? So, so we were taught that like every day, we can do purification for ourselves on the basis of the virtuous actions that we perform. So, because everyone's got negative things in their lives and things, but we have like the steps of the 4 power of opponents to oppose the negativity. So when we do positive things, we can essentially apply the credit of the positive virtue as action to whatever negativity we want to overcome in our lives. And this is a way for us to heal ourselves,
Yeah.
So it's really nice. Yeah. And when you're here, do you participate in teachings or prayer sessions?
Yes, I've been going to prayers. I did the retreat, and Wednesday nights is modern Buddhism.
Yeah.
Yes, so I went to that last Wednesday, and I plan to go again this Wednesday.
Yeah, that's really great. How was your experience at the retreat?
It was good. It's more of a beginner's retreat, and some of it I felt was a bit repetitive, but there was also a lot that I took away from it. Took some notes to look back on, and just develop a deeper understanding for the things that I have already learned little about.
When you're here as a working visitor, are you able to participate in retreats for free?
Yes.
That's so nice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All accommodations and meals.
Yeah.
And retreats and classes are included.
Yeah. I've heard in the New York temple here, I think the typical is 1 week of working visit, but I've heard a person could do longer.
Yes,
you know?
Jeremy keeps encouraging if I felt that I didn't want to leave on Thursday, that I could definitely stay for longer.
Yeah.
Which would be nice, but I have a family at home that I need to get back to.
Yeah, so you just do what, feels right for you.
Yeah.
A working visitor experience is really valuable for people, because I've done working visitor a couple of times. One time here in the New York temple, another time was in Florida, KMC, Kadampa Meditation Center in Sarasota, and my sister was on a working visitor with me there. We did it for a week, and she was new to Kadampa, but during the working visit, we both got to participate in the retreat, and she met one of the most important teachers for her in her life. Genjampa, who's the National Spiritual Director. He was giving an empowerment on the Manjushri empowerment. Manjushri is Buddha wisdom empowerment, and he was giving a talk on, that, just the root cause of our ignorance and emptiness nature, the empty nature law phenomena, and etc. And she just got so much energetic transmission from his teaching that she just said during the session, she just suddenly felt like her blockages were melting, and she said it just washed them away. And she said it was like Tetris game or something. All these pieces were falling, like the blockages were broken into all these pieces, and they fell away. And she was so touched and so helped by that empowerment in that session. Like for us, like Ganjampa is like our common meeting point, actually. Whenever we talk about Kadampa, we're like, oh, how's Ganjampa doing, And I think that's what a really wonderful teacher does for a student. I mean, he never even really met us at that time individually. We didn't even know of him before. We just went, and just the teaching was so deep, and it was so good quality. It just really brought my sister and I together, actually. And having been involved with Kadampa has brought my sister and I together, because she and I, we were practicing spiritual things before, but we always did our own thing. She's like really into Taoism, Chinese Taoism, and I was really into some science, New Age, stuff. And we just had different language, and we couldn't agree on things, And then after the empowerment, and after we started coming to Kadampa, we were beginning to go to festivals together and meeting some of the common friends. And then we had a common guru to really learn from, and then our lives began to have more sharing going on. We could talk about similar things, and then it allowed us to tease in all the other stuff that we studied, and now we just have a fuller experience of our spiritual life, We're much closer as a result of being involved with Kadampa. And it's only been like a year that she and I have been doing this together, and it's just been really amazing. So, wow. So we just hope for all that's what's supposed to do, actually. Like a real authentic spiritual practice is supposed to allow us to create more harmony in our lives. Yeah. Okay, so you wanted to talk about emptiness?
Emptiness, yes.
Yeah. So what do you know about it? Like, what do you think it is? And what have you heard of it? How did you come to hear of it and all that?
I read about it in books all the time, and I just don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a word to me right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll share my experience. I'm not an official Kadampa teacher of any kind. I'm just like, I just love this tradition so much, and Buddhism so much, that I just feel really from the bottom of my heart, this is a source of happiness, And what I kept coming to understand emptiness is it's just it's a state of awareness that things are not fixed, and that things are not um, that we don't need to be selfish. We don't need to, hold on to an individual identity and all this, because things are empty by nature. Empty meaning they don't have inherent existence. That's a word that gets used a lot in Kadampa teaching, inherent existence. And it took me a little while to understand, because we've got books like New Heart of Wisdom Sutra, we've got New Heart of Wisdom book, we've got like the Great Mother Sadhana. We also have things like the Ocean of Nectar, which is a more advanced book describing emptiness, and in teachings of Meaningful to Behold, which is another book, it has a section on the perfection of wisdom, which is essentially a correct view of emptiness, because in our tradition we talk about the three principal aspects of the path, right? One is renunciation, another is bodhicitta, and the last one is correct view of emptiness. And usually it's said that we don't want to, it's one of the vows that we take, we don't try to teach emptiness to people who are not ready, so to speak. I mean, teach as in like the teachers don't teach. But and it's because it could be misunderstood if someone doesn't have already a sufficient amount of virtue or merit, and they do this emptiness and think that whatever they do is not of inherent existence, and no problem, it's empty anyway, no problem. Then it could be a cause for not virtuous action, because no problem, right? But actually, emptiness and karma are really, they're not mutually exclusive, they're actually mutually supporting. Okay, so there's a lot of concepts here. I'm just kind of bouncing around a little bit.
Can you give a real life example?
Yeah, like for example, okay, here's an example. I really recent. I went to China